Whilst the title dream may have died a sad death, that doesn't mean that there's nothing to play for to end this season at Guernsey, because we're in the Conference League still, and we are in the Conference League semi-finals. Today, Viktoria Plzeň of the Czech Republic. We're heading abroad for a European away day, and I'm rather excited for it. Yes, folks, welcome back. Today is episode number 114 of Park to Prem. This season has had a lot of episodes in it compared to a few of the earlier seasons, but it's all because of this European run that we have been on. And while we are back here for the Conference League, where, well, I'm hoping things are going to go better than they did last episode. And while speaking of last episode, we couldn't score last episode. 0-0 against Liverpool, 2-1 defeat to Man City. We struggled as well against Club Brugge. After all of that, I played one game off camera, as you do, for Stoke. Relegation fodder, should be a good result. We won 6-0. I'm annoyed. In that game, by the way, Lemos and Alanis picked up hat-tricks each, so I don't know who gets the match ball, but it was kind of typical. Having not scored in games where we needed goals, we inevitably scored 6 against a relegation fodder team, which was way more than we deserved on the night. And in fact, just looking at the league table, here is how things look with 4 games left of the season. Tottenham and Liverpool, 5 points clear of us. We are tied on points with Arsenal. Realistically speaking, whilst we are almost exclusively playing teams in the bottom half in our last few games of the year, we're not going to be challenging at the top without a miracle. If you're wondering about who's playing who to end the season, you can see things here. Tottenham do incidentally still have to play Arsenal, but truth be told, when you look at Liverpool's games, with the exception of Man City, it's difficult to see them slipping up. As for ourselves, like I mentioned, no massive tests. I suppose the away games against Middlesbrough and Blackburn might be a bit challenging. At the same time, they're the kind of games you have to expect to win. Today's opposition are Viktoria Plzeň. They are a team that I've stolen many wonder kids from over my years of playing Football Manager. No idea what to expect from the Stadion Mester Plzeň. Let's go find out, shall we? So for today's away day, we are heading to the Czech Republic, or Czechia. I'll be honest, I know that in recent years, Czechia has become the kind of main way to say the country's name. If you are from Czechia / the Czech Republic, please do clarify for me which is the better one to say. Football Manager still has the nation down as the Czech Republic, but actually, as you can see here, Czechia is named Czechia on Google Maps. I feel like there's been a pivot in recent years. I'm not up to date. Anyway, we're heading to Pilsen? I think this is where we want to be, Pilsen. Where does the football team play? See, here it says the city is called Plzen, but I think they are the same place. I mean, if they're not, we'll find out in due course. It's not like me to mess up stuff with away days and stuff. There is the Dusan Stadium here. Okay, FC Viktoria Plzeň. We're in the right place. I was panicking. I'm impressed we found it so quickly, although I'm also impressed the stadium is so close to the city kind of centre. Is this a city? Doesn't seem that big. I've decided in my expert opinion, because if I designed this city in city skylines, I'd be proud of it. It is definitely a city. Also, very, very nice design on the layout of all the roads. I'm a simple man to please. Anyway, here we are. Wait, no, this is the wrong state. Where's the stadium? I've lost the stadium. Don't worry, I found the correct stadium. Not looking very green on the satellite image. Just around the edge. Is that an ice hockey rink? Is there a hockey rink next to it? How do they keep this cold, or do they just use it in the winter? I've got many questions. There is ice hockey next door. It could be like an artificial thing, I suppose. There's a football pitch. There's beach volleyball. There's a car park. And I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful car park with the trees. And then we've got some clay tennis courts next door. And then, is that just regular hockey? It could be an indoor football arena thing. I'm not even sure. I mean, maybe just 5-a-side. I've never seen a football stadium surrounded by so many different sports. There's actually another pitch down here with even more car parking as well. It's a very strong start, and it's quite green around the edge as well. Immediately, a strong first impression. I think I love these floodlights. That is mental. How do you even compliment these floodlights? Words don't do it justice. Just drink it in. Even the bench outside the stadium is just satisfying to look at. Show me what the stadium looks like inside. I tell you what, this is very, very pretty. I love the floodlights, although this is from 2013. There's different floodlights here. I need to find a more recent dot with up-to-date floodlights, because the floodlights are what got me really excited. This is not up to date, is it? I can confirm they did just add a corner to the stadium at some point in the last 10 years. Here is the club shop, by the way. I love the red. I love the blue. I love the staircase. I love everything about this stadium. Wait, can we go in the club shop? Oh my word. They have caps. Do they have bucket hats? I need a bucket hat. I don't wear snapbacks. I don't think they have bucket hats. That makes me sad. Let me get this straight. They do shoes, they do bags, they do baby outfits, but they don't do bucket hats. They even do umbrellas. You guys know me, I get distracted easily. I can confirm it is definitely an ice hockey rink. It does look like it's kind of using just artificial surfaces. I know you can get like the artificial ice that you can use skates on. I mean, I'm impressed. It's even got a little viewing area. I wonder if there's any local teams that play on this rink. The day that this picture was taken, it is not peak beach volleyball weather, but I respect the people of Czechia getting out on an overcast rainy day to play beach volleyball. I know what you're thinking, Jack. You're meant to be reviewing the football stadium. Look, I just want to see all the sports around the edge. Shoot me. I mean, the tennis courts have seen better days. I think they're being worked on there, but they do exist, and there's a few of them. I'm desperately looking for an up-to-date image of the inside of the stadium, but I don't think it exists. I want to see what this new corner bit looks like from the inside. Okay, do not worry, everyone. We've got the dream view here. We can enjoy all the different sports areas. You've got kind of the AstroTurf, clay tennis courts, ice hockey, beach volleyball, more football. What is that over there? Is that shooting or something? I don't even know what's going on there. And then the stadium itself, here's the little corner building they built with a mental floodlight over the side. The floodlight's all around the edge. I mean, this stadium just has character. I think I love it. It might be one of my favourites so far. Normally I'd complain about a stand that doesn't border right onto the pitch, but I even enjoy this bit. Okay, Victoria Plzeň and the Stadion Města Plzeň. Definitely saying it wrong. Apologies, Czech viewers. Strong away day. Very strong away day. I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. I mean, it has ice hockey. We've not had ice hockey before. We'll probably never have ice hockey again. Now, fantastic away days aside, we do actually have to focus on the action on the pitch. This is not going to be the most simple of away days. Victoria Plzeň's key man is Sasa Tot, who is in on loan from Dortmund. Besides that, because it is a slightly more niche nation, I suppose, in Czechia, they have got these virtual players that Football Manager generates for clubs to fill out the numbers based on the team's rep and the nation they're in. I had a quick look through these players. They're not terrible players. They're not amazing players. We should be winning this game, but there were one or two players that I was sat thinking, man, if you were real, I'd probably sign you, but they're not real, so we can't. So this is the team that we are going to go with. Unfortunately for us, we've had a couple of little issues here and there. Alexander Kovacevic is out for the foreseeable future, probably going to miss the rest of the season. He picked up a semi-serious sprained knee ligament injury, out for 2 to 5 weeks. Elsewhere in the team, our backup left-back in Buyak has an injury, so he's not available for today's game. So what that does mean is that Lopez Gonzalez is going to be playing at left wing-back. Elsewhere in the team, though, we are pretty much at full strength. You might have noticed here, Cadman not starting today's game. He's actually been out for it with a little bit of an injury. And elsewhere, Alanis played lots of minutes lately, decided to give him a rest for this one. Of course, just a little reminder, we have got Everton midweek on Sunday. That's why we're rotating things still. And if things don't go amazing in this first leg, good news, we have still got the second leg at home that's in a week's time, where I'd like to think we could turn around any defeat we suffer here. Depending on how this first game goes, we may choose to focus a little more on the Everton midweek game rather than the second leg. But you know what? There's no point in getting too complacent here. We're in the semi-finals. Victoria Plzeň have got here on their own merit. We have to be wary of them. Set piece for them. Plesko taking the free kick back post, and maybe a little warning there that we can't afford to be too complacent. That header was not a million miles away. Coming up to half an hour played in this game. This might be the longest we've been kept out from scoring in a Conference League game this year. They are proving stiff opposition. We are creating stuff, but there's been a distinct lack of highlights until, well, now, potentially. Diallo attempts to chip the keeper. They've got it away from danger. Fair play to them. And yeah, half an hour played it. We are dominating possession. We are dominating the chances, but no breakthrough yet. JV corner, whipping it back post. Tejera's there, and Tejera scores. Goal number 7. JV with another assist in this competition, and it's been coming. We finally got it. Ball whipped to that back post. To CZE leaps above 3 men, heads it goalwards, and, well, for the first time in what feels like forever, he's headed it on target, and with it, it's found the back of the net. Half-time in this game, 1-0 up. The travelling Guernsey faithful that you can see in that corner must be very, very happy with what they've seen. We've limited their opportunities. We've looked pretty good by all accounts. Diallo's on a 6.4. He is one of our joint top goal scorers. The other top goal scorer is Jaime Addons. Given the fact that, one player got 45 minutes and the other didn't, we'll swap them at halftime. Addons, now it's your time to shine. Given the fact they're both going for the golden boot in this competition, I feel like I should give them even minutes. It feels fair. Right, another corner, another chance. JV back post to CZE. I mean, he's done it again. It comes back to that thing we've discussed before, where if teams can't handle our set pieces, they really can't handle our set pieces. We saw it with Rios earlier on this season. JV whipping it in to CZE, heads it goalwards, finds the back of the net, 2-0. I mean, it can't happen again, can it? It could happen again. Okay, keeper's collected it. Levitka with the ball now for them. It's been a very, very impressive showing from us so far in this game, albeit not creating a great deal from open play. And at 2 goals up, we can't afford to be too complacent just yet. That said, we're knocking the ball around with some confidence and some swagger, and it's Gaspar in the wide area. Alanis is in the middle. He's picked out. I think he might be offside here. I don't want to celebrate it too soon. He is offside. I feel like, really, there, Gaspar held onto the ball for too long. He could have played it there. I mean, I don't think the line was drawn in the right place, but who am I to judge? JV, corner. You're thinking it. I'm thinking it. We've seen it. It's a hat-trick for To CZE. I don't know what to say. I feel like in Football Manager, you just stick a big meaty man on the far or near post and then just do corners to them and they find the back of the net. Usually in a flurry. Usually, there'll be teams that handle them amazingly. And then there's teams like this one who, look, they can't hang. To CZE's got a hat-trick. I'm actually going to take off JV here because I might need him for the game against Everton. With him heading out, I think we'll bring in Bignot. Elsewhere, I'm going to bring in Cadman. And I think I'm also going to bring in... Do I want to bring in Lemos here? You know what? Lemos, on you come. Yeah, they're a tiring defence. They're 3 goals down. And now I'm just bringing on the main force attacking players in this game. No mercy. 22 minutes left here. And we are not showing any signs of slowing down yet. I think a 4th goal would be the one that kind of cements in my mind the fact that we will be playing in the final. More than likely as a reminder against Hertha Berlin. They've been the big, scary team. We actually drew against them in the group stages. They have been making it through the other semi-final. They could be a real test in the final. And, well, I don't want to think I'm getting carried away too soon, but just the way this game's played out, we've dominated it, as we have most Conference League games this year. 10 minutes left in this game. We've had 30 shots, 13 on target. In some ways, I'm annoyed that 3 goals have come from 3 set pieces, because evidently, from open play, we've been rather threatening here. It does feel like this game is now just going to finish 3-0, barring a very late goal. A 4th, and you'd say game, set, and match. Given what we've seen in this game, you have to assume this is going to be us on the offensive, and indeed it could be. Alanis Bignot pulls the trigger from range. It was not far wide. Full time here, 3-0, dominant display throughout. To CZE with a couple of headers, a trio of headers. JV with a trio of assists, and, for To CZE and his jumping reach, that is now 20, just a reminder. Doesn't get much better than that. Prior to that game, he had 4 goals in 9 Conference League games, playing that exact same position, exact same everything. And today he's decided to nearly double his goal tally. And when you consider some of the teams we played earlier, winning 9-0, 9-1, it's kind of mad that this is the game he gets a hat-trick in. If you thought our win was dominant, though, over in the other semi-final, Hertha Berlin won 4-0. So it does feel like Hertha Berlin are going to be that team that we're taking on. John Vera is their key man, and he's very good. That was awful. He's on £100,000 a week. He's not that good. So we have got Everton up midweek, but given where we are in the league, given the fact it doesn't look like we're going to be in a title fight, and given the fact I already know that the away day was a longer one because there was so much to look at, we won't do the Everton game. We will come back and look at that second leg against Victoria Plzen. We've got 1 foot in the final. Let's make sure that we get through with confidence. Now, you know how I said I didn't want to do the Everton game? I thought it wouldn't be that interesting. Well, it's 0-0 and it's half-time, and I'm starting to panic just a little bit, just because we're bottlers. We're not scoring from open play. Arsenal managed to get a point against Chelsea. We're playing on the Sunday. Tottenham won, Liverpool won. Title race is gone. Man City, though, are behind us in 5th. They're not a million miles away. Neither are Manchester United. A win here feels rather important at this moment in time. And with that in mind, I thought you'd like to come back to see me shout angrily at the players and see if we can make something happen in the second half, because that first half, it was tragic. This is the point where normally I'd fill you in on exactly what happened. Nothing happened. There were no highlights. That's why I've hit start recording in the hope that it will manifest something to happen. Maybe. I mean, we're at home. We're taking on Everton, who are down in 12th. They've got £111 million of debt right now. We should be beating them comfortably. And instead, well, to start the half, to start this highlight, they appear to have us on the back foot. Sabanda bringing the ball forward. He pulls it back. Oh my word, they nearly took the lead. It's hit the woodwork. It's hit the corner flag. It's not immediately away from danger. There's still some set-piece defending to do. I mean, look at the match momentum. We dominate the first half. Start the second half. Doesn't look so pretty. Oh, thank you, Manny Wilford. He plucks the ball out the air. Breathe a sigh of relief. I mentioned the fact there wasn't any highlights in the first half. Now we're suddenly getting 2 highlights inside the first 10 minutes. You lot are good luck charms, I think. Okay, Lemos wins the ball. We have got a couple of players on yellow cards, which I don't love, especially because it is Grasser and Lemos, 2 players who are known for being absolute nutcases at times. That said, I feel like I need them on the pitch right now. Rojas at right wing back, bring the ball forward, squares it, Alanis. He thinks he's playing rugby. He stuck it over the crossbar between the sticks. Give him a couple of points. Rios, by the way, on a 6.3. Normally I'd bring on Sweeney at this moment in time, but actually he's injured today, so he's not an option. I'm going to have to take off Grasser and bring in McKillop. I mean, everyone in the final third is doing poorly. Lemos, though, on a booking. Do not like that. JV, on your come. Knowing my luck, having cued those tactical changes, we'll now score from this highlight, and I'll be second-guessing every decision I've just made. We have got the ball here. Lemos, Alunga, Grasser. Big Knot can't win the header, but it falls to Rojas, who puts it in. Alanis scores. The flag's raised. It's offside. I don't think it's going to count. I'm sticking with the changes anyway. Even if we'd scored, even if it was onside, which I know deep down in my heart it's not, I'm making the changes. Get those lads off the pitch. I don't want to beg you, Football Manager, but I really, really, really need a goal right now. Please. JV, fresh off the bench. I mean, Teixeira should be at the back post. Is anyone getting deja vu? Just me? Not just me. I don't know what's happening today. Today's the day of the corners, apparently. I would like to declare the 9th of May National Corner Day. I don't know what we do for National Corner Day to celebrate, but that's the day it is. I mean, there's 15 minutes left. We're a goal to the good, but it's not done yet, We've got to be a little bit wary here. Onyo and Lavia, they're just having their own little game in the middle. I don't know what they're doing. He's gone long. He's given us possession. Teixeira takes it down. Still annoyed that Teixeira wears gloves, even at this point in the season. It's April, mate. Take the gloves off. It's warm. If anything, you need to start applying sun cream. Or maybe that's just me with my pasty complexion. We've got a chance here. Cadman, time, space, should finish it. Doesn't finish it. Cadman! I'm fine. I'm not having a breakdown yet. Rojas, Cadman. Alanis is offside. Why are you doing? Well done, mate. You've scored another offside goal. He'd have twice as many goals this season if offsides weren't a thing. I know it's offside. You know it's offside. Why does he not know it's offside? 10 minutes left here. Everton have changed their system suddenly kind of radically. I don't really want to change anything from our point of view. I mean, we've had 2 goals ruled out for offsides. We've scored from a corner. That is the Guernsey experience of the second half this season. Just an inability to score from open play and then just not actually being that good defensively at times as well. That said, we're on course for a clean sheet here. We could be on course for a win, but you still think there's a little twist or two left in this game. I mean, Alanis he's missed an open goal. Was that an open goal? He should have scored it. That's what I do know. There's another highlight immediately. Everton have put it out into touch. There's 4 minutes left plus added time. I can't believe that Alanis has hit the post. I mean, look at the match momentum. How have we only scored 1 goal? I don't know. Look, we've got a young attack force. We've just got to wait for them to find some form. Wait for them to get confident. Alanis scored a hat-trick, though. midweek. I say midweek in the league game off camera against, I think it was was it Fulham? It wasn't. Who was it? We beat 6-0. Stoke. It was Stoke. No disrespect, Fulham fans. You're better than Stoke. There's levels to football. Stoke on Fulham's level. That's a weird sentence to say. Okay, corner here. JV. I mean, Teixeira's near post. Why not score another corner? Because it's National Corner Day. Or tie waist in the corner. I guess that works too. We've waited for this corner long enough. Today is National Corner Day. I've decided. Teixeira's on for a hat-trick. If we get a penalty in the next 4 minutes, it would be the greatest day ever. I mean, there's another... It can't happen again, can it? Can it? I don't know, is the honest... I don't know what we've witnessed. I don't know. We're never scoring a goal from open play ever again. I can't work out if this is the greatest thing I've ever seen or the most annoying thing I've ever seen. I mean, I'm annoyed. There's going to be some people annoyed that we're just scoring set pieces in absurd amounts. And I kind of agree. You stick a guy at 20 jumping reach at the back post, you expect him to get goals occasionally, but back-to-back hat-tricks, I mean, okay, mate. Let's look at the positives. We're still only 5 points behind Tottenham and Liverpool. We could catch them on the final day. We're now 2 points ahead of Arsenal. We're all but guaranteed a Champions League spot. And we have Teixeira, of all players, to thank. I was thinking about selling this man at one point, and now he just has to stay in the team forever. We have now officially confirmed our best ever Premier League season. That feels significant. Teixeira's won man of the match. Did I bring him on off the bench? And you know what? I'm a tactical genius. The worst thing about all of this is now that JV's now also got a load of assists to inflate his average ratings. So suddenly he looks like the world's greatest player, which I'm going to be brutal. I'm going to be simple. He's just not. We've won the last 2 games 3-0 with Teixeira hat-tricks. I mean, if I was a betting man, next leg against Victoria Pleasant, 3-0 win, Teixeira to score, feels likely. We're going to get forward to that next one. I am going to do it in a more recappy manner. Let's get through to the Conference League final. Let's see Teixeira score another hat-trick, shall we? Good news, everyone. Teixeira's starting this next game, so goals are guaranteed. Won't guarantee any from open play, but this second leg against Victoria Pleasant, I'm hoping is going to be straightforward. It is a mostly rotated team that you can see here. It's the Conference League faithful. Hopefully, we're going to make it through and not bottle a 3-goal lead. But yeah, for this second leg, we are going to do it in a more recappy fashion. I'd love to get a nice early goal just to settle the nerves, put things beyond doubt. And from there, Teixeira can score as many goals as he wants, really. At centre-back, worth noting, Grasser is actually slotting in at centre-back today. Sweeney got injured for a few weeks, which is a bit of a shame, because obviously he's a fairly useful player for us to have. I mentioned the fact he was injured last time out. I would love to see Alanis score a goal where he remains onside, but the wait for that goes on. I would like everyone to relax. We've taken the lead. Alanis didn't score. He did get the assist, though. He threaded through Sulla, who was cutting in from that right-hand side, a player who has actually recently picked up that trait to cut inside from the right wing to get in on his left foot, and while the Turkish international, with a cool, calm and collected finish, past the keeper. We've got a penalty. Alanis is meant to take it. I'm letting Teixeira take it. Teixeira, he's scored one and he's missed one penalty in the Conference League this year. Can he score here to keep his goal-scoring run going? This would be 7 goals in 3 games. The number 15 steps up, scores it, 2-0 on the night, 5-0 on aggregate. Would have been awkward if he'd missed that. So I'm relieved for my sakes as much as it has hit the back of the net. If you believe, you will succeed, and then you can achieve. That's what I told Alanis going into this game, and I can't believe it. I was scared to celebrate it in case it was offside. He scored a goal from open play. Half-time here, 3-0 up on the night. No corners scored yet on National Corner Day of all days. Disgraceful. I don't want to alarm anyone. We got another penalty. Teixeira's over it. He could get second of the game. Could he be on for 3 hat-tricks in a row? It could happen. The dream is alive. There's another penalty. Unfortunately, we're the team that's conceded the penalty. We could be about to lose our clean sheet. It could be an absolute disaster. Kunsal is going to step up for them. They've scored. My day's ruined. Alanis has scored another. It's 5-1 on the night. It's 8-1 on aggregate. We may have conceded 1 goal, but we are going to go through it in style. How about that for a finish? Still hoping that we get another corner or a penalty. That's what we're praying for at this moment in time. Can Big not dive in the box to get Teixeira a penalty? It's pulled back. It's dealt with. I mean, worst case scenario, they score another. But as we're on the attack, you want to believe it could happen. Alanis is on for the hat-trick. He scored Is he onside? I think he's got a hat-trick. I'd like to apologise to Addons. I've been very critical of him today. If only he scored in the important games, that would be nice. Full time here, emphatic win. Turns out that we don't need set pieces to score exclusively. 6 goals scored, To CZE with 2, Addons with a hat-trick. Yeah, would have loved this kind of performance in the first leg. Would have left me a lot more relaxed. And of course, with this result, we are going to be making our way to the final, where we are going to be taking on Hertha Berlin, who had Diallo score 2. Do I need to be scared of their player called Diallo? I'll tell you what, he's not bad. So we have booked our seat for the final, and for the final, we are heading to the Ernst Happel Stadion in Austria. That will be an away day next episode. I know that earlier on in the season, people weren't happy when I skipped out on a potential Austrian away day when we took on Tyrol here. So hopefully we make amends by going to the big Austrian stadium to end the season. Looking at our schedule and when that game is going to be coming up, that game is at the end of May. I think that's going to be a pretty good time to return, barring, by some miracle, us having a chance at the title on the last day of the season, which, as I sit here right now, does feel rather unlikely. Next time out, we are going to be ending season number 15 with a guaranteed Conference League final, a European away day. I hope you guys will be here to savour it. Have you ever seen anything like To CZE today? Have you celebrated National Corner Day in some special way whilst you've been watching this video? Let me know down in the comments. Until next time, take it easy. Back tomorrow with more Park to Prem action. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.